The Boy Who Didn't Listen. In a small village by the edge of a vast, dark forest lived a boy named Liam. He was curious and brave, with a heart that longed for adventure. His parents often warned him to stay away from the forest, saying it was dangerous and filled with unknown threats. But Liam, being young and eager to explore, thought he could handle anything that came his way. One sunny afternoon, while his parents were busy, Liam decided to go on an adventure. He ignored their warnings and slipped quietly into the forest. The trees were tall, their branches blocking the sunlight and casting deep shadows on the ground. The air was cool, and the forest was filled with the sounds of rustling leaves and distant bird calls. Liam felt a thrill in his chest. This was what he had always wanted. As he ventured deeper, the path became narrow and tangled with vines. The familiar sounds of his village faded away, replaced by an eerie silence. Liam's excitement turned into unease, but he convinced himself he was just being silly. After all, he was strong and smart. Surely, he thought, nothing bad could happen to him. After some time, Liam stumbled upon a strange, twisted tree with markings carved into its bark. He felt a chill run down his spine but couldn't resist touching it. Just as his fingers brushed the tree, he heard a low growl from behind. Liam froze, his heart pounding, as he slowly turned to see a pair of glowing eyes peering at him from the shadows. It was a wolf, with sharp teeth bared and eyes fixed on him. Liam's courage vanished. He wanted to run, but his legs felt heavy. He regretted coming into the forest alone, wishing he had listened to his parents' advice. The wolf moved closer, and Liam knew he had to act quickly to survive. Summoning all his strength, Liam broke free from his fear and started to run. He darted through the trees, jumping over roots and ducking under branches. The forest seemed darker and more confusing as he ran, each turn leading him deeper into unknown territory. He could hear the wolf's footsteps behind him, growing louder with every second. Liam's lungs burned, and his legs grew tired, but he pushed on. He thought of his family, of the warmth and safety of his home. The words of his parents echoed in his mind, and he realized they had warned him because they cared about him. They knew the dangers of the forest, even if he didn't understand them. After what felt like hours, Liam spotted a ray of sunlight piercing through the trees. He followed it, hoping it would lead him out. With one last burst of energy, he pushed forward, his heart pounding with both fear and determination. Finally, he broke free from the forest and collapsed on the ground, breathing heavily. He looked back at the dark woods, half expecting the wolf to emerge. But the forest was silent, and he was safe. Liam felt a wave of relief wash over him. As he walked back to his village, tired but grateful, he thought about his parents and their advice. He realized that wisdom wasn't just about being clever or brave, it was also about knowing when to listen to those who cared for him. Liam returned home, his clothes dirty and his face pale, but with a new understanding in his heart. From that day forward, he was more careful about the choices he made, especially when others offered him advice. He learned that sometimes, true strength came from listening and trusting those who wanted the best for him. Thanks for watching Story Kindle. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories.